Basically, what we're going to do today is what we did last time. So what we just got done practicing in the warm-up with like an extra step or two. Okay, so it's what you did before with like an extra step. Can we close all of the Chromebooks, please? I don't want to have to nag you. Thank you. This is the part where we're going to learn stuff. Can you pass them around, please? Or, oh, I'm so sorry. That's because we're still finding our seats and I really so that's fine. Very well. Thanks for that. All right, so when you are multiplying, that's what the front of this is about. Shh. Come on, you guys got to care now. You wait till I hand you a quiz, it's too late. All right, multiplying. You're going to multiply the coefficients. So looking at this, do you see how we have a 3 and a 5? Let me finish this and then I'll put you past it. So you're going to multiply the 3 times the 5. And then you're going to multiply the radicands. Again, I don't really use that word so often. It's just the stuff that's underneath. So that would be 12 times 6. Do you see those there? Those are the parts underneath. So you're just matching up the parts that are outside with the parts that are underneath. Okay. So yes, hold on. 3 times 5 is 15. I'm trying to do several things at once here. So 3 times 5 is 15. 12 times 6 is 72. If you didn't know that, that's okay, because you would do what? Put it in the calculator. And now we're back to like what we did in our warm-up. The 15 is going to just be there. The 15 is just there. You're going to draw 2 little houses for your 72. And hold on a second. I will pull up the calculator. And what am I going to type in? Good. I saw you guys doing this during the warm-ups. Gear table. Oh, actually, it's already there. I don't even need to hit enter a bunch of times. Do you see it? Do you see 36 and 2? That's why you don't want to hit enter too many times or you'll get beyond where you need to be. Why is my video not coming up? All right, so 36 and 2. Then I'm going to need you to hold on just 1 second, okay? I mean, you can come up here, but just hold on. Shh. Hey. So the 15 is just there. You're going to put a little dot. What is your square root of 36? It is 6. Thank you. Square root of 2. And then we're going to do 15 times 6, which is 90. So 90 square root of 2. All right, so for this one, you don't have any coefficients, so don't worry about that. Just draw your root symbol. And you're going to do 6 times 6. You're just multiplying them together. So 6 times 6 is 36. And then that one's going to actually just work out. What is your square root of 36? It's just 6. If it's on the list, you don't have to split it. It's going to just work. Okay. Now for this one, what is really in front of this square root of 5? It's really a 1. So when you multiply your coefficients, it's 1 times -4. Which is good, just going to be -4. You're just multiplying those together. So draw your root symbol, and then you're going to multiply the ones underneath. Please don't talk over me. It's going to be 5 times 20, which if you were saying that, go ahead. 100. Do we need to split 100 or is it good? It's good. What is your square root of 100? It is 10, and then you just multiply those together. So -40. Good. Try a couple. Good. I have your attention. You're all listening. This is going well. Let's try a couple more. So you're going to do 5 times 10, which is 50. 50 is not on the list. So you're going to have to split it. Draw 2 little houses. I need a number on this list that goes into 50, which is 25. Good job. See, this builds your number sense. Number sense is not something that I can teach. You just get it by practicing. That's how that works. All right, and then what is your square root of 25? 5. So 5 square root of 2. All right, these ones are cube roots. Do you see anything in front of this cube root of 14? Is there anything there? No, that means it's a 1 if you'd like to stick a 1 there. So you're going to multiply the coefficients, which is 2 times 1, which is just 2. Put your cube root, and you're going to multiply 4 times 14. Does anyone know that one? Or estimation is a good skill if anyone wants to. 56. Oh, good job. 56. Nice. So 56. So the 2 is just there. I'm sorry, I don't have a better explanation than it's just there, okay? Draw your 2 little houses, and you have to put the little 3s on them. You need 2 numbers that multiply to be 56, but one of them is going to come off of this list. You have to look at this list now. It will be 8. Perfect. You guys have good number sense. 8 times 7 is 56. Nice job. Now, what is your cube root of 8? Because that's the one that's going to work. It is 2. And then this 2 is just there. I don't have a better explanation than it just followed us along like a lonely puppy for the whole problem. All right. And then cube root of 7. And so what's your like final answer? Good. 2 times 2 is 4. Cube root of 7. Good job. This is exactly what you did in your warm up with like an extra step or 2. That's really all it is. All right, let's try 2 more and then you can have a break. So multiply your coefficients. That's going to be 3 times -4. That's -12. Good job. Cube root, and then you're going to multiply what's underneath together. So 12 times 2 is 24. All right, so the -12 is just there. The -12 is just going to follow us along until the end of the problem. You're going to draw your 2 little houses. Which list are we looking at? The cubes. All right, so you need numbers that multiply to be 24. One of them has to come from here. It is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. Good job. So -12 is just there. What is your cube root of 8? Is 2. Good job. Cube root of 3. And then your final answer, you just multiply these together. So -24. Good. You guys are nailing this. One more, and then I'll give you a break. All right. You're going to multiply -2 with what other number in here? 4. The stuff outside gets multiplied. The stuff inside gets multiplied. So -2 times 4 is -8. And then under your square root, you're going to multiply 18 by 3. Does anyone want to give that a guess? Or before I type it? 54. Good job. Estimation is an important skill to have, though. That's your number sense, all right? So -8 is just there. Draw 2 little houses. And you need a number. Now, which list are we looking at? Yeah, the top of the squares. So a number that goes into 54. It will be 9. 9 times what gives you 54? Good. 9 times 6 is 54. I'm kind of talking you through it without a calculator, but you could always use one. All right, so what is your square root of 9? 3. And then your very last step, you're just going to multiply these. So -8 times 3 is -24. And again, if you didn't know that, it's okay. You could use a calculator. I just don't like bringing up the calculator every 5 seconds because it's annoying on the screens here. All right, so go ahead and flip over. So what we just did was multiplying. Now we're going to do adding and subtracting. This is not any different when you added and subtracted before. You need like terms. Good job. So for example, and if you don't want to write this down, that's fine. Just pay attention to me. If you have 5x plus 7x, what have you got? 9, 10, 11, 12x. Do you get what I'm saying? Did the x change? No, that's x and that's x and that's still x. For some reason, when we take that concept and apply it to roots, everybody loses their mind. But this is all we're doing. Are these the same? No. One is 24 and one is 54. So the first thing you're going to have to do is reduce them. Draw your 2 little houses. We're going to do the 24 first. I need numbers that multiply. See, this is why I don't like giving you a break, because then when I try to... So 4 times what? 4 times 6 is 24. Are we all together here? I feel like you're pretty scattered. Shh. I haven't done anything new yet. This is exactly what you did on your Quizlet. You take the 24, you split it into 4 times 6. Plus, now we're going to do the exact same thing with 54. I need numbers that multiply together to be 54, but one of them has to come from that squares list. 9 and 6. We did that one on the other side of the paper, guys. Now you're going to simplify them. What is your square root of 4? So 2 square root of 6 plus, what's your square root of 9? So 3 square root of 6. Holy moly, do you see how they're the same now? And that's something. Now you can add them together. 2 square root of 6 plus 3 square root of 6 is 6. It doesn't change. Do you see how this is x and this is x and this is still x? For some reason, when we change it to this, everyone loses their mind. 2 of something plus 3 of something is 5. 2 apples plus 3 apples is 5 apples. They didn't change to oranges. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's not going to change. All right, let's try this a few times. Do you see how these are the same? So you can add them together. I need for y'all to stop talking over me. -3 plus 4 is 1. So 1 square root of 7. You wouldn't even really need to put the 1 if you didn't want to. Do you see how these are the same? Thank you. -1 square root of 6. 3 minus 4. Now, do you see how these are also all the same? Now, you can put 1s in front of these if you want to. It's 2 minus 1 plus 1. So 2 square root of 3. Good job. That part doesn't change. Now, these ones, do you see how these are not the same? Six is too small of a number to split. It's going to just stay. If it isn't broken, don't fix it. All right. I just copied it. Miss Cole, looks like you just wrote it down. Sure did. All right. Plus 3 is just there. I don't know how else to explain to you that 3 is just there. And now you're going to do your 2 little houses. And very good. We did 54 a couple of times today. So it's 9 square root of 6. Now at this point, I usually just tell everyone to erase so that you don't have to keep writing the same stuff over and over and over again. What is your square root of 9? 3. So I usually just tell people to erase and change that to 3 so you don't have to copy the whole thing. I'm trying to save you some work. Do you get what I'm saying? Just erase it and fix it. Okay, then you do you. Now you're going to have to do 3 times 3. No. 9. 3 times 3 is 9. And now do you see how they're the same and we can add them together? 2 square root of 6 plus 9 square root of 6 is 11 square root of 6. It would just be 2 plus 9 is 11. No one stop listening while I answer this question because it might still help you and I need it to stay quiet. Go ahead. Because 6 was too small of a number to split. There's nothing you could split 6 into. There's no number from that list that would go into 6, which was a good thing because it was less work. All right. Same thing here. 6 is too small of a number for us to do anything with, so you're going to just recopy it. And then you're going to put -4. The 4 is just there. And then draw your 2 little houses. 24, we're going to need to split. It's a big enough number that you can split it. Oh, I was going to talk you through it, but you guys got it. You need a number from here that goes into 24. So it would be 4 times 6. And if you want to rewrite the whole thing, that's totally fine. But I'm good with you just erasing. Your square root of 4 is 2. I'm just trying to save you some work. So this would be 3 square root of 6 minus, good, 4 times 2 is 8. And do you see how they're the same now? Now you can put them together. 3 minus 8 is -5. And then the square root of 6 doesn't change. All right, we're just going to try a few more. Oh, don't stop listening while I answer this question. All right, square root of 4. What do you think about that one? There is a 1 in front of it.
-1, and there's a -1.
Why is it just 2? The square root of 4 is 2. Do you see how 4 is on the list? So that is just -2. Plus, now this one is a cube root, 125. 125 is on the list. So it is 5. Good job. Cube root of 125 is just 5. So this actually turned out pretty nice. -2 plus 5 is 3. So just remember, if they're on the list, they work. You don't, and a lot of you realized that while we were playing the Quizlet. All right, cube root of 16. We are going to have to split that. So draw 2 little houses, and you have to put the little 3 out front. You can complain about it, but you still have to do it. We're looking for a number off this list. 8 times 2. Good, very good. Very nice. Minus, all right, draw 2 little houses. I will pull up the calculator for this one because I don't really expect that you're going to be able to do it for 250. Or maybe you can. Look at that. Let me get everybody else there. 250 divide by x, make the table. Do you see it right there? Can you see it? And that's called instinct. And you all have it. You just need to rely on it. It's 125 times 2. Now, again, here's where I like to just erase. If you want to rewrite the whole thing, that's totally fine, but I'm just trying to save you some work. What's your cube root of 8? Cube root of 8. 2. Good job. And then cube root of 125 is 5. Now, do you see how they're the same? You can combine them together. 2 minus 5. So -3 cube root of 2. Good job. A couple more. Hang in there. Cube root of 24. You're going to draw your 2 little houses. You're looking for a number off this list, the cubes, that goes into 24. 8 times 3 is 24. Very good. Now this one. Do you see how it's just 3? That's too small of a number for you to do anything with. So just copy it. You can't do anything with 3. The only numbers that multiply together to equal 3 are what? Well, I mean, we only use whole numbers. So 1 times 3, which is not going to help you. All right, I'm going to just erase. What's your cube root of 8? 2. Now, do you see how they're the same? Now you can add them up. 7 cube root of 3. Well said. One more. This one is a 3. What do you think?
Too small.
It's too small. You can't do anything with that, so just leave it alone. The only numbers that multiply to be 3 are 1 times 3. It's not going to help you. All right. Plus, this 3 is just there. It is just there. And then, hold on, you guys are ahead of me. You're saying it before I can even write it. Draw your 2 little houses. For 27, it's 9 times 3. 9 times 3 is 27. This one's going to be like a ton of 3s here, which is kind of annoying. I wish there was a different number. All right, so I'm going to just erase. What is your square root of 9? Is 3. So you have 3 times 3, square root of 3. So this first part just stays again. We're not doing anything with that. And then yes, 3 times 3 is 9. And now they're the same, so you can combine them. They're like terms now is what we did. So good, -2 plus 9 is 7. So 7 square root of 3.